Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Earth to Girl World. This is your Labor Day Special host, Dr. Phil. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Labor Day, fantastic day off. Gonna enjoy some time with friends and family. And if you're not, well, you can still enjoy your time here with me. And if you are, well, I hope you enjoy that later. Because right now, I got some hot and fresh Girl World reaction just for you folks. So yes, what do I have today? I've got 3 main gals on the plate for tonight. We've got the always embarrassing Glitter and Lazers. We've got the always feeding Rosie, and we've got the always just the always odious Foodie Beauty, who actually has done more. Wait, she's actually going out and like doing stuff and experiencing stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so let's get it started here. Oh, I see you've already got a couple people in. Sumam, welcome in. Happy Labor Day to you. Good to see you, Capricorn Ed J. Hopefully you're having a great day. And anybody who's not having a holiday today, well, I hope you're having a great time too. And excuse me, let me clear my throat. I hope you're having a great time too. And I'd love to get a comment from anybody watching the replay. And if you're watching this live, leave a comment in the chat. Let me know what you think. We always love to have new chatters, new commenters here. So yes, let me get that video loaded up and we're gonna get started in just a second. So does anybody have any foods they plan on eating for Labor Day? I'm gonna actually, I'm not doing a barbecue, keeping it simple tonight. I'm actually having an Asian stir fry tonight. That's one of my recipes that I know how to make pretty well. But yeah, it's just been a pretty good, pretty relaxing weekend. It's actually a family member's birthday. Don't want to say exactly when, I'll say right around now. I actually have my birthday coming up this month. I don't want to dox myself, give the exact day, but I am having my birthday sometime this month. So I'm thinking of having kind of like a stream, kind of like doing kind of like a birthday something where I'm just going to kind of reminisce on like the history of the channel and things like that. I think that might be fun. It wouldn't be the whole stream. It would just be like part of it. Just do like a little bit of a history lesson. So yeah, thank you everybody for listening to me ramble. Just been kind of getting started here, letting clearing my throat, having some seltzer. It's still a lot of pollen out here down south. Hopefully that'll get a little bit better soon. So going outdoors in the evening, something that if you live down south, if you live where it's warm, something you definitely do. But one thing that you don't like about going outdoors at night is insects, especially when they're big and they're nasty. Is there a bigger, nastier insect than Foodie Beauty? Hopefully that was a good segue for you. If not, well, here's the video. You unappreciative. You unappreciative unappreciators.
People just sit on the grass and hang out or at a cafe.
Oh, make sure I have it loaded. Hold on. I don't think I loaded the screen. There we go. Oh, I've been leaving Capricorn on the whole time. My bad. Sorry, Capricorn. I sometimes leave the chat on accidentally. I also left the starting soon on accidentally. My apologies, folks. Doctor disclaimer, I'm not really a doctor. I'm not really a producer either. Well, at least not a producer of live entertainment, live video entertainment. Oh, Nutty and Jamie, good to see you, ladies. Welcome in, Jamie. Welcome in, Nutty. Happy Labor Day to anybody celebrating their Labor Day. Otherwise, they just have a great day. Yeah, I'm going to leave you on now for another 10 minutes just to make up for that. Welcome in, Deborah Fleming. Hello to you. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, wonderful morning, wherever you are. I know we have a very international array of viewers. We have people from all around the world here, so I never know if it's morning or evening where you are. Welcome in, that one chick, Sandy Squirrel. I love it. Nutty. We got your undersea scientific cousin over here. Okay.
And there's...
So let's rewind this to the very beginning. Oh, and I'm going to criticize Foodie for this because this is something that always kind of bugs me. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. It looks to me like Foodie's merchandise is just click art. or clip art. It just looks like stuff that she just got off the internet. Like, I don't think she actually drew any of this. And I'm not saying that everybody has to be an artist, but if you're going to make some kind of merchandise, you should at least have something that makes it yours. And I understand that it's expensive to pay for art, but Foodie has a big enough channel and she has enough viewers. She could do an art contest and she could give out a prize to the winner. So that way she doesn't have to spend money. That would be a way to get an original design, as long as she credits the artist. Or if she did want to pay for a design, she certainly could afford to buy 1 or 2 logos or pictures for herself. Her channel makes more than enough money to do that. So it kind of bothers me that the level of her merchandise is so cheap. Like, first of all, I would never release that kind of merchandise. I thought about merchandise at one point, and one of these days I may. It seems a little presumptuous to have merchandise for a channel so small. But one of these days I may do it if the channel continues to grow. And if I did, I would at least either draw my own design, or I would hire somebody to do it, or I would have an art contest. I wouldn't just steal clip art.
Hi guys, we are here at a little hangout in a little village in Syria, and there's people just sit on the grass and hang out, or at a cafe, have shisha. There's some like street food, I guess, and there's little vendors.
Exactly.
So we're here to support some local vendors and spend some money.
Yep.
And just have a look around. So yalla, let's go.
My channel is just a little bit small still, but one of these days, if I have to also, it's a little hard to justify the expense of hiring someone when the channel's still so small. But if the channel continues to grow, sure, one of these days.
So we're there's some like street food.
All right, so what's she named?
A little village in Syria.
All right, sorry folks for rewinding this again, but I really want to get this down. I want to get the name of the city and everything.
Hi guys, we are here at a little hangout in a little village in Syria, and there's
Panorama, Daraa City. It says you can't really see it with the overlay.
People just sit on the grass and hang out, or at a cafe, have shisha. There's some like street food, I guess, and there's little vendors. So we're here to support some local vendors and spend some money and just have a look around.
That's glitter and lasers for you.
Yalla, let's go.
So already this place is very well populated. If I didn't know there was a war in Syria, these recent videos Chantel has put up have made the place look really beautiful. Like, yes, she showed some war ruins as well, other than the ruins, I guess. But a lot of what she shows, the country looks great. Like, they're really rebuilding. And I think it's lovely to see that. The place, they're really thriving in a lot of areas, despite all of the problems they're experiencing. Like, this festival here is, if you didn't tell me this was in Syria, you could have told me this was anywhere in the Middle East. In a way, it actually seems in some ways nicer than Kuwait. And I don't mean nicer in the sense that it's cleaner or wealthier, but I mean, it looks more welcoming. The people here, they look friendlier. Like, you see people just out and about having picnics. In Kuwait, the society it seems very insular. And it feels like as a visitor, as a tourist, you're not made welcome the same way where you would be over here. Because over here, it just looks like when you're in America, you just see people hanging out on the corner, just having fun. Whereas in Kuwait, people always, kept to themselves. It was always, it just seemed much more insular as a culture. So I really think they make Syria look fun. Maybe that's just the reaction to having to cope with the stress of conflict. Sometimes, yeah, that's true too.
Salah is buying me a love balloon.
Good to celebrate, babe.
Thank you, sweetheart. So this guy works with his son here, and they're gonna make one, and it looks like this. It's so cute. Look at these masks. I kind of want one, but I know they're for kids.
There's a horse behind you. Horse.
I would love Foodie in one of those masks.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Cool.
They got this. Okay, so take a look at this. This looks comparable to what you would see at like a county fair. I mean that a county fair in a developed nation. This looks comparable to what you would see. So I think this is pretty impressive. It's a lot better than I was expecting.
Horsey.
Look, see what they got. They got these. They got a swing set up. They got a big. I don't even know what you call that. A big wheel that rotates.
Oh, cute.
Trampolines. Horse riding.
Okay, we're gonna try to pet the horse.
You folks ever gone horse riding? Some of you probably have horses. I've gone horse riding when I was a youngster. I haven't been riding those since then. I remember as a kid, it was a little scary the first couple of times because the horse was so tall. They gave me like a big tall horse. They didn't give me a pony. I mean, I was a big heavy kid, to be fair. So I was probably the size of a small adult even as a kid. I was pretty heavy. So they put me on a full size horse. So yeah, being a little kid on a full size horse was kind of scary, but it was, in a way, it was good though. It was, kind of just got to learn the hard way. Forces you to learn for real.
We can pet?
Good question, Jamie.
Hello. Will he bite me?
No.
Hi.
Good morning,
What's the
Cinnamon
horse's
Girl.
name?
Nijma.
Nijima?
Yeah, star.
Good point. Nutty.
Okay, the horse's name is Nijima, and that means star.
That's a good point. That Foodie's Kuwaiti experience might not have been typical, like what a normal tourist would get. She might have got like a very downgraded version of what a tourist would get because she was staying in the in a more rundown area with Salah. She wasn't like in a touristy area. So that makes sense too, that her money carries a lot farther in Syria. So she's able to live a much higher standard of living in Syria, even if the quality of life index is lower. The standard of living is higher because she has more money relative to her peers, as opposed to in Kuwait, where she lived, where she was relatively impoverished compared to her peers.
Hi.
Well, you put it like that.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, that's
Nice
it.
horsey.
I love
Hi.
conspiracy type theories, and I'm always open to hearing that. It's absolutely possible. If she's part of Salah's extended family, it's very reasonable to think that just off camera could be any number of others. I mean, if they're going to the fair, I can totally see them bringing along the girl, saying, "Hey, if the family was like, hey, can you bring our daughter along to the fair since you're going down there?" I can see that.
This is Nijma.
Najima.
Huh? What? Who?
Najima, you're a sweetheart.
Not that, please. Not that Arabic.
Is that his horse?
Huh?
Is that his horse?
Welcome in, netizen.
عم تسألك هذا صارك ولا أنت شغال؟
Interesting comment. I kind of agree with that. That Salah does kind of baby Foodie. She wants to be babied. Like she likes to be babied. Definitely. Definitely like a very like patting her on the head type stuff. Infantilization. I agree with that. Uh-oh. Sorry to hear that, Nutty. Oh, that's awful. I mean, hopefully you've recovered since then. As best you can, of course. But very sorry to hear that, Nutty. Yeah, I don't go up to strangers' animals at all, like horses or dogs or cats. Like if the animal's like overly friendly and comes up to me, it might be different. But if it's just I see an animal, I tend to leave her alone. Oh, was the kid using the crop? Somebody should use that crop on Foodie. All right, we got one horsewoman in the chat, at least I guess we got two. We got Nutty as well. Welcome in SM Heart or SM Love. How do you like to go? What do you like to go by? Well, that's what matters, Nutty. Respect. Oh, I like that theory, netizen. I think that too. I think if Sasa was with them, she'd be showing her off to try to get more donations. But you never know for sure, right? Okay, let it keep going.
Ah, hello.
And my
Najma.
apologies in advance if I missed some comments, but I do want to get through a bunch of videos today.
Hello. Beautiful horse. What's that mean?
He's asking you what's the time now.
What is the time?
Flush?
No, you might scare the horse.
Not that. Please. It's gonna be it.
This is the boy's horse.
Not that Arabic.
Najma, star. Aw. Beloved family member.
Son.
There's a cart also.
Got a cart with lights and everything. This looks like a lot of fun. I mean, you can see that they don't have the resources to put into this like you would see in a big Western event. But considering the problems they've been putting up with, I think this is a really good showing.
Okay.
The kid gets more exercise there than Foodie's got in the last 3 months.
They put the lights in it like this.
I wonder if Foodie could even fit in one of those masks, but I think she would look funny with one.
Here, babe.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you too. It's like, yeah, it says I love you.
It's cute, eh?
Yeah, and it's battery powered.
Whoever said it's like a father-daughter relationship, I think you hit it on the head.
Can you press the button here?
Yes.
More?
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, wow.
More? Press?
oh, cool.
You've
Like
never
different
seen one of
style.
those.
Yeah, I love it.
You deserve it, babe.
Thank you. So this was
Very
like
cool.
$2 US, and it supports small local business.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
And the kid who had the horse found out that I was English
I hope
from
not.
Canada. He kept circling around saying, "How are you? How are you? What's your name?" It's very cute.
I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit because this video is a little bit drawn out. So I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit. But I do want to get to view all these like background scenes. Just interesting to see all the people and all the vendors.
Is that a Mercedes kid's car?
That little car, you know, Foodie. I could just imagine Foodie trying to drive that. Imagine her sitting in that, picking up the entire cart.
There's all kinds of rocks. You gotta be careful. Almost tripped.
It's good to see her getting out and moving, though. I think that Foodie has not been gaining as much weight in Syria as she was in Kuwait. Because in Kuwait, she was gaining so much weight so quickly. It was crazy. It was crazy the way she was gaining in Kuwait. Because she was already so big. To continue putting on at least a pound or more a week was crazy. Or when you're already, you know, into like 400 plus pounds. To then keep gaining like another pound a week. Here, she seems to have kind of stabilized, which is maybe it's because she can't get as much food here. That's what I'm thinking. And I think she has to do a little bit more exercise because they don't have as much delivery here. At least I'm assuming they don't.
Oh, there's like little cars you can rent for your kids.
The car's by control.
Yeah, I said that. You can ride your motorcycle through here. Kind of noisy.
I'm impressed how few people are staring at her. I guess when you've seen like the horrors of war, Foodie's not such a big deal, right?
What's this guy selling? Lemon? Playing.
Oh, they got a foosball table. I've never been a fan of foosball. I never really got the hang of it. Maybe I need to play it more to understand it, but a few times I tried it, I didn't really get it. I enjoyed the what do you call it? The hockey, the table hockey, and also the air hockey was I kind of thought that was fun. Because and air hockey is just one of those things. It's just so cool. It's such a giant, like, big machine. It just looks awesome. All the lights and everything. Any of you folks ever enjoyed going to arcades or street festivals, playing these kind of carnival games, arcade game things? I always enjoyed that a lot as a kid, like the skee ball. As an adult, I'm not really into it as much, but I still love the old arcade games. But nowadays, arcades aren't really as widely available. Like they're here and there, but they're kind of expensive, and the games at home are so good now. You don't really need to go out to the arcade. Like back in the old days, though, you couldn't really get good games at home. You had to go to the arcade if you wanted to play like a racing game, or you wanted to play like really cool games. You had to go to the arcade. That just wasn't an option at home back in the old days. Like even back in the 90s, when all you had was at home was a Super Nintendo, going to the arcade was a big deal.
All right, so they started playing loud, or what I'm guessing is copyright Arabic music.
Probably
so
was,
I'm
though.
gonna play some
That's like what, like
Arabic
$2?
music. Some Fairuz Salah played on the keyboard in the background while I talk about what you're gonna see here. So here we are walking around the panorama. This dessert is called warbat.
That is a good point. Oh, Jamie, I didn't even think of that. That is such a brilliant point. That is exactly that's what I would have done now that I'm thinking about it. And not just to be nice, but also because it would have made great content, wouldn't it? Like if you're a content creator and you need to make videos, that would be a beautiful video. Like that Mr. Beast figured out the trick to that. Like you could do nice things for people and you'll get content from it. Like even if you don't care about people, Foodie, does she understand that? Like even if she doesn't give a darn about these kids, just buy them some stuff, it'll make an amazing video. But if she did care about the kids, she could totally buy her stuff for real too. The fact she doesn't even think about it. She doesn't think like a content creator or like a humanitarian. So that's pretty poor thinking on her part. Just makes her look like a miser, right? Because she could either buy them, I don't think she did it off camera. She could always say, well, off camera, I bought it. I didn't want to do it on camera, right? But I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of thing. It's hard to see why you wouldn't put that on camera if you were filming content. Ooh, Sunshine. Welcome in, Sunshine. Sunshine, the foosball elite. The boardwalk and the art. Oh, that was fun in the old days. Yeah, the boardwalk on the beach. Havasu mom knows what it's like. An 80s kid. Yeah, I grew up in the 90s, so I can relate. I grew up. I was born in the 80s though, so I relate. I got to experience a little bit of it. Right? She's gonna walk around with a balloon when there's all those poor kids. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I don't care for the guy either. But he did master the ability of doing nice things for selfish reasons. Like that's like his whole MO. That's when I think of Mr. Beast, that's what I think of. Somebody who does nice things but for selfish reasons. So I'm thinking that's why I was thinking like Foodie could totally copy that guy. Arcades are fun. They don't really exist like they used to. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sunshine. My parents were sometimes they were, sometimes they were cool. Sometimes things weren't always great, but sometimes they were nice, and they got me cool stuff like balloons, so I can't complain, right? Like I definitely got some fun stuff growing up.
And they
never bought me a hookah though. That's one thing they didn't buy me.
Bunch of shishas here. You can rent out, and
you can rent out the shisha. I feel like this, you can tell that they don't serve alcohol here because no way in America could they leave out all these fancy glass hookahs just sitting out. They would get tipped over and broken, and not even maybe by vandals, but forget vandals. Just drunks wandering around would knock them over and it would all be broken in like a matter of minutes.
That is a Indomie area. You can buy coffee there too. You can buy instant noodles, very popular here.
Okay, here's where if you look at, this carnival looks really cool, but if you look a little deeper, some elements of it are, I don't want to make fun of them because it's, they're experiencing war, but some of the stuff is not quite what you would expect like at a Western carnival. Like a ramen soup stand is a little bit, instant ramen soup. I mean, actually, On second thought, though, there are places that sell ramen soup stands, like in Asia, but it's usually like not instant ramen, is it? Like, actually, I don't even know about that one. Is a ramen soup stand a thing? I've never seen one.
Here. And some coffee, looks like here. And this is me enjoying my time, getting a bit of exercise with my
Those
balloon.
guys were staring.
There's
Let
a
me go
lot
back.
of corn carts you can get.
They look a little.
Yeah,
the
you
guy
can
in
buy
the back
coffee
with the
there
beard.
too.
This guy here.
You can buy in.
They're not staring directly, but I think they are looking at her, and that's what they're laughing at. That's a good catch there.
Instant noodles, very popular here. And some
Good catch, have a sumo. That was a good catch. Thank you.
coffee, looks like
And
here.
if anybody else notices any good staring or anything like that I missed, please let me know. I love having the extra eyes from the chat. That's one of the best things about doing these lives, because it makes it a lot easier to spot stuff.
And this is me enjoying my time, getting a bit of exercise with my balloon. There's a lot of corn carts.
Definitely.
You can get boiled
Everyone,
corn.
be sure to check
I
out
think they
Nutty's
season
channel.
it with like
Give her a
salt,
sub.
pepper, maybe a bit of cumin, lemon juice, butter. Here you can test your strength, I think, and hit something on the
Is
right.
that guy looking?
Here you can test your strength,
This one
I
here?
think, and hit something
Yeah, he was looking. He started looking up from his little Nintendo and started staring at.
on the right. And I won't be doing that. And there's just a lot of vendors. There's a lot of motorcycles whizzing around as well, so it's kind of noisy. Here on the right, we have some kanafa, very delicious dessert.
I'm surprised. She bought some of that kanafa. That kanafa stuff is a dessert. It's very sweet. It's some kind of like a cheese with honey, and I don't remember exactly, but it's some kind of like, I think it has phyllo dough.
Arabic dessert. More corn. Corn is very popular. It's just a place for people to hang out at night. More indomie. If you're not careful, though, you might get run over. Like you saw me here, I had to kind of weave in between the motorcycles.
Hold on, folks. I got somebody in the door real quick. I'll be right back.
Families like to come here. There's a lot of things to do for kids. Little, remote control cars, ATVs you can rent. There's trampolines. There's small play areas, and people just walk around. It was a very, nice night. There was a little bit of a breeze. Individual vendors sell all their stuff here. We bought our balloon, and we bought some snacks and treats. And as you'll see,
All right, I'm back.
a bit later,
Sorry about
when I
that.
got to try. There's a little boy
happens
selling some
sometimes.
cotton candy bags here. I'm not a fan of it. I find it a bit sweet, even for me. But I did.
Foodie does not like cotton candy. I missed a little bit here. Did I miss anything good? Hopefully not. But yeah, the cotton candy, that's pretty wild. That said she doesn't like it. I don't believe that. Maybe it was too expensive or something.
Buy a bag, just to support the little boy. And
It is
give
a
the
little
rest to
sad.
Salah.
Do you think it's because of food?
He likes cotton candy. So here I am trying my slush. I love the slush here. And just having a seat and enjoying some company. We weren't alone this evening. We had another person with us. So
Oh, welcome in, detective.
yes.
Missed you coming in
and
there.
I'm going to try the cotton candy.
Absolutely.
Try a bite just to let you know if it tastes like cotton candy. And yep, it
Trilla.
tastes exactly like the cotton candy I remember at like a circus is where I
Welcome in,
used to get
Tella.
it, or a
Hopefully
carnival.
Great Labor Day.
It's too
Great
sweet,
day,
as
everybody.
you can see from my face.
And welcome
I'm
in
not
again,
really a
Giselle.
fan of that. Just tasting like pure sugar, no other flavor.
Exactly.
And here's just a little.
Especially if she doesn't even like it, right? Like if you don't like it, then you don't even have to worry about eating it. It's like if I'm going to buy some kind of sweets, I try to buy something like maybe my family doesn't like, because I don't want them to feel tempted. So if she doesn't like cotton candy, it's a lot easier to buy a bunch of it, because she doesn't even have to worry that she's going to eat a lot of it herself. Just buy it and give it out. And there's so many kids here. There really are. And the kids in general, you can see that a lot of them are not wealthy. Like their families and them are just kind of sitting there. They got old clothes. Some of these families seem to be doing okay, but some of them look kind of hard up. Like you could see that not everybody here is doing well. And my heart goes out to the people here who are struggling.
A bit of a panorama view of the panorama. Some kids bouncing on the trampoline there, having fun.
This is part of the reason why I didn't really want to cover Foodie at first in Syria, because I felt like there was like an ethical line where I didn't really want to make fun of the people suffering in Syria. I wanted to make, but at the same time, I did want to point out like how, like the conditions that Foodie is choosing to put herself under, that she's so desperate to get away from Canada. She's so desperate to have any kind of man in her life, that she's willing to put up with war-torn conditions. So I just want people to understand that when I'm cracking on things here, it's really to mock how Foodie is willing to tolerate such conditions for so little, because she could get up and leave. She's not stuck here like these other people are. These other people, they have to, if they want to leave here, they have to abandon their whole lives. Foodie has abandoned her whole life to be here. So that's why I don't mind kind of cracking on Foodie's situation here. I just want anybody who's a first-time listener who's not really aware of my stance on that, I just wanted to get that out of the way. And happy Labor Day to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day coming in here. I usually don't do these daytime streams, but thought today would be a good chance to do it. Since I had some free time, thought maybe other people would.
There was loud music
if you are
playing
enjoying
constantly.
the show, please hit that like and subscribe button. Helps the channel out tremendously. And if you'd like to share a link to the show or the channel, the stream, it also helps out tremendously. Thank you very much for all support.
So, and you know I love palm trees. And here I am just dancing because they were playing loud music, and I really liked it. And honestly, in this moment here, you see my smile is 100% genuine. I'm having such a good time getting out and doing things I wouldn't normally do. And I have to have the obligatory self.
That would have been some great video. If it was alive, could you imagine if she did that and they all would have like started throwing rocks at her or chasing her or something, or demanding she'd be like, no, I'm not giving you any. They would have gotten angry at her and she would have had to leave. Again, look at this loving, happy couple, right? Don't they just look so close and so romantic? Like, you can really tell they're in love here. Yeah, right. Well, I think so too, Tella. I think that's something that Foodie really likes. That she loves that, being the wealthy one in her relationships, like with the man in her life. She likes to control the men in her life. I think she likes to feel that way with others in general. I think she likes to feel like she's in charge, like she's the wealthy one, like they have to kind of do what she says. I definitely think that you're right about that she has a superiority complex.
With my love. I just love my partner in life, doing things together. And I was hungry. I didn't have dinner, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to get an Indomie. Yeah, right. I actually hadn't eaten for most of the day. I'm calling BS on that, Foodie. She had not eaten for most of the day. No, that's not possible. I don't know how she's justifying saying that, but I don't believe that for 1 second. Foodie's been if Foodie was really eating less, she'd have lost a bunch of weight by now. And I love Indomie. So we were walking around quite a bit, and I thought, you know what? Let's re-energize with some Indomie. And this is not Indomie brand, sorry. It's instant noodles. So it just basically, they don't do anything special. They just add the water in the packet of sauce. Mrs. Butler. And that's about it. But what I find interesting is this part here. They put a lid, and then they put a fork where the straw. No offense to crackheads. Straw would go. And then they also put a straw, so I'm guessing you can drink the instant noodle juice. Speaking of grazing, there's some fireworks that are actually not so bad. But yes, speaking of grazing, I have a Rosee video that if I had the patience to sit and watch it for 3 hours, 4 hours, I think she eats literally the entire video. Like Rosee, since the other night, I did that stream about how Rosie's chat kind of went off on her over her friendship with Amber. If anybody wants to find out about that, check out the stream I did. Amber made a rude joke about a person in her life, and Rosee is friends with Amber, and her chat turned on her over that. So Rosee since then has gone back to her comfort zone, which is eating on camera with vertical video, and she is eating the entire video, like the 3-hour video straight, eating and cooking. Not eating like the whole video, but eating and cooking for the whole video. Then she does another one yesterday, eating and cooking for the whole video. I'm going to cover a big chunk of one of them, but it's like 6 hours of eating and cooking over a 2-day span. It's insane. It is insane. And this sauce, I'm guessing you can drink the instant noodle juice. And this kid was just flaring off some little fireworks. And that's probably what you hear most of the time in my videos, by the way. And this... Oh, that's what you're really hearing in the videos, the kids shooting out the fireworks. Although, in fairness, I do know that shooting off fireworks and firecrackers is a thing in a lot of places. Now, of course, there's a lot of real gunshots too, but there are probably some firecrackers out there at night. And I do think part of the reason that not a lot of people are staring at Foodie is because these people are so used to the horrors of war. They've seen a lot of like brutal graphic violence.
and like horrific things. You know, when you've lost everything, seeing Foodie is not quite as shocking or disturbing.
This I wanted to try. This is a popular.
Although for those people, having to deal with Foodie on top of that is like an additional war crime. That's even worse. So.
Street food here. It is corn, fresh corn. There's a big vat of corn. We got 2 of them. This is some kind
of Tormos, lupini beans with cumin, salt. And I don't know what lupini beans are, but maybe it's good.
Of beans. I'll put the name on the screen. Salah loves those. They are good. And we have some interesting looking candy here. I've never seen that.
That is some interesting
name on the
candy.
screen.
Let's look at that.
Salah loves those. They
I always like candy. It looks like candy gelatins.
Are good. And we have some interesting looking candy here. I've never seen that before. Anyway, back to the corn. Big vat of freshly boiled corn. He mashes it up and he puts some cream cheese of some kind.
Yeah, I'm not into cream cheese. I do like corn though.
And kind of puts, I don't know what these seasonings are. It's salt, some kind of seasonings, cheese seasonings. This must be the cheese.
Good point.
The dish was very cheesy.
Good point. Good point. Because that firecracker, even directly in front of the camera, was not that loud. So it could not have. So I didn't even consider that. But you're right. That noise, it just wasn't loud enough.
So it was really good. But before I get to that, here's how he finishes making it and just mixes it all together. And then puts it in a couple containers, like I said. Salah and I shared one, and there was someone else with us that we got one.
No problem. Drive safely and have a happy Labor Day. But glad you can make it in. Thank you so much.
And 4. So each one of these. Here I am with my treats. Let's try the noodles. The corn was $2.50 for 2 of them.
Detective Coach has got a great story. He's overcome a lot. He's had some health issues, and he's worked really hard to overcome them, and he's doing really well. So he's definitely a friend of the channel.
Okay, the noodles taste good, and the noodle juice. Okay, salty, but very good, yeah. It's like having a broth, but with a straw.
The recipes are so innovative and daring. Speaking of street food, I've been watching some of these YouTube street food channels. Some of them are really good, but some of them the food is awful. Like it's just so nasty. Like I saw this Korean street sashimi. It is the worst stuff I ever saw. It was sea urchin, octopus, penis fish, and abalone. Like maybe the abalone and the octopus was okay, but the urchin and the penis fish was so disgusting. Like, and it's just, the whole thing looked horrible. It looked horrible.
Now let's try the corn. They give you these little spoons here. And, yum. It was so good, as you can see from my face. It was buttery, cheese. It was just super cheesy.
Oh,
and
I saw some Indian street food. And it was in this I don't want to say a slum, but I guess it kind of was. It was like a very rundown industrial area, and there was just like no food safety. It was really this one area. It was really nasty in this one area. And I know there's good street food out there, but not the stuff they were showing on that show. Just
yummy, like fresh corn. Nothing beats that. So that was really delicious. But it wasn't filling enough, obviously.
Although the guy said the food tasted good, like there was no sanitation, and I would not have eaten it myself. But the guy tasting it said it tasted good, at least.
And we went home after a couple hours. We got some farouj, some chicken, putting some sauce. Those are cardamom pods in the sauce. I don't know what that sauce is that they're spooning over it, but Salah filmed this and bringing home half of a grilled chicken, and that is muhammara.
That actually looks good.
On pita. And here is the food Salah and I are going to share.
I think that looks pretty darn good. Big portion. Look how much fried bread there is. That's like 3 pieces of fried bread, it looks like.
Share this with Julia. You can see her paws there and some garlic.
This platter is like 4 thick pieces of fried bread and French fries. That's crazy.
Some fresh fries, and that saucy chicken was so tender and so good.
Hold on. It's 2 thick pieces of fried bread. My bad. But the chicken inside looks pretty good, actually. But 2 big, thick pieces of fried bread and a bunch of French fries. I don't know, Foodie.
Even ate those rings of green pepper. Yum.
Hi, guys. All right, we're finally back. And
all right, that's Foodie's,
we are sharing
Foodie's night
chicken.
out.
Because I didn't have a proper full meal today. Just tried some things at the fair. We shared them. And now we're going to share some chicken. So...
I
hope you enjoyed that video, even though it was at night.
Noodle juice.
Go out at night. I don't even.
It's salty broth. Exactly. It's like the nastiest, saltiest broth. Like Yeah. Welcome to Middle of Nowhere. Yeah, you must have seen Foodie because she's in the Middle of Nowhere fair. At least she had Salah to help her up. She probably hated the tiny spoon. Oh, did she? I didn't notice that, Mrs. Butler. I kind of overlooked that. Good question. Good question. There's that. I love when there's a little. I love when there's like something like a little unanswered element like that because it gives us something to think about. Daily Max. I may check them out. What? Right? Never fills up Foodie. The fries look more like just straight up fried potatoes. They didn't look especially good. Well, I mean, I'm trying to be generous, but it was not the best. Not the best. In fact, the chicken looked okay, but the actual fries and bread, let's go back and be honest. The bread
With Julia, you can see
the bread doesn't look too bad, but I'll agree the fries look awful. The chicken
pause there.
Maybe was okay.
And some garlic, some pickles, some fresh.
I have to taste the chicken, but I do agree those fries look awful on second look.
Fries and that saucy chicken was.
I don't know about the bread either.
So tender and so good. I even ate those rings of green pepper. Yum.
Hi guys.
Underwhelming. I'll agree with you folks on that. The closer look, it's pretty underwhelming. Pepper rings, 2 slices of pepper. Well, I mean, considering it's a war, right? I mean, I guess when it's street food, my expectations are a little bit lower for street food than I think some of yours are. Welcome to Blue Hoodie. But when it comes to street food, my expectations are usually pretty low. So, I mean, I guess it just depends. Like from a restaurant, I expect a little more, but something off the street, it's like whatever. Okay. So I've got some more content for y'all, but before I get to the rest of the content, I would like to thank all of my channel members. Let me share the tab here. I'd like to thank each and every one of you folks. Thank you so much. You're all very much appreciated for your contributions. And I'd also like to thank the Tier 2 channel members individually, Hippie Issa and Canada Cool. Thank you all so much. It's very much appreciated. And I'm going to be having a members-only stream coming up later this month. So members, be sure to leave a comment on the post that I made and let me know if you have a suggestion, or otherwise I already have some content in mind. And with that out of the way, let me put back the other video here real quick. 1 second. Okay, and now we're going to load up the second topic of the night, which is Rosee. I think we should cover Rosee next because that's the freshest. Cover the new stuff, right? So let me get the Quirk, the QLR. Where is she here? 1 second, folks. Got to pull up the channel. And hopefully everybody's having a great Labor Day. Hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves. Rosee recently had some drama, like I mentioned, with her friend Amber Lynn and getting in trouble. So let's start off this one here. I have some timestamps, which I'm going to pull up, but let me just give you an idea of how much food eating there is. Let me just start the video off at the beginning so you can see what it starts off like.
Oops. I thought it was good for a week.
And there's a little bit of like static on this video. I'm not sure why, but the audio is a little bit jacked.
At least.
Notice she's back to filming in vertical mode, which appeals to all ages, which is a big issue people have with Rosee, and I have with Rosee, that her content, she outright states that it is inappropriate for minors. Her content is often adult-oriented, and she's often in a state of semi-undress, as well as glorifying her disordered eating. So it's really inappropriate for children in general, at least without an appropriate warning label like I'm putting on it, considering she encourages it rather than discourages it. So yes, my point is that she has the option to age restrict her content. She chooses not to. And in addition to not age restricting it, she runs the videos vertically, which causes it to be more popular with youngsters because most youngsters prefer to watch videos in the vertical format. This is something that apparently the statistics bear it out. It's something that sounds silly, but if you look at the actual stats that people have been able to get on her channel, because you can look some of that up, and she's even revealed some of it herself, I believe. She's shown that a large percentage of her viewers are minors, like 8 or 9% are minors. And the vertical videos have a higher percentage in general for everybody else. So I'm rambling at this point, but I think you get my concern as far as the minors imbibing her content. So it's 2 hours long, this video, called Making a Homemade Cheesecake and Dinner Vibes. She is going to eat and prep food basically the entire video.
Well, I may have made myself sick. So.
Oh, and she starts off with a great story about how she throws some food away. Let's hear this.
Oops. That's not normal. I've never. This is not normal. I've not experienced something like this just from something I've eaten before.
The kids love it. I don't know.
You should not go past 4 days. Okay. Why'd I smell the lemons? Because it's a habit I have. Just to make sure that these are literally like not even a day or two old. Actually, these are from. Was it yesterday? I think these are from yesterday. I'm not feeling well either. Nauseated and my stomach hurts so bad. Interesting. I'm sorry you feel that way too.
Rosie mentioned eating some tacos or some chilies or something, and it got her really ill, she said, so she threw it all out.
If it was a veggie one, it would have probably been okay. Oh, okay.
And this girl is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Part of it is this new drink she has. Maybe you've heard of it before. I've never heard of it. It's called Dirty Coke. I think that's what she called it, or Dirty Soda or something. And it's a diet soda, which, all right, nothing wrong with that as far as the calories. I mean, some people would argue that it's all chemicals and it's not a very good drink, but it's certainly better than sugary soda as far as the calories. But she adds heavy cream. She adds heavy cream. Heavy cream to the diet soda. What are you doing? What are you doing, Rosie? That's crazy. You're making the diet soda worse than drinking you're better off just drinking regular soda pop at that point.
Good evening, Joanna. By the way, Joanna, I want to apologize to you because like before the very end of the live, like an hour prior, you would.
I just thanked all the members a minute ago. Thank you again for your membership, as always.
Told me in the chat, and I completely missed it. That prior, I had promised for you to be a mod. Had completely forgotten that had happened until you said something, and I went, "Oh shit." And I completely missed it. I'm glad I ended up modding you regardless, but Carmela, that's not a bad idea. But I just wanted to tell you, I wasn't ignoring you. I literally have no recollection of that being in the chat.
She is bigger.
So.
She keeps getting bigger.
I feel better already.
Would you folks like me to put her chat visible? I could do that. But the issue is a lot of her best, most interesting chat has already been deleted out. So it's debatable if it's really worth letting it run. But if you folks would like to see it, I'll put it on.
Thank you, Creme.
I mean, actually, I'm just going to put it on anyway because her video is vertical. So it's not going to make the video smaller for me to put the chat on. So let me just do that. There you go. Right?
I just feel bad.
No reason not to, because the video fits anyway.
Hey, Mish.
I can eat some older food, but it depends on like what the food is. Like if it's like fish or something like that, no.
You got a T-bone steak tonight inspired by me? Oh, good. I hope you should be excited. Big. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called? The liver and
chili? That's upsetting.
Okay. Well, that at least makes more sense. Because if you're making it like as a treat or as a dessert, that makes sense. But to just sit around drinking diet soda with cream in it all day, it just makes that just to me sounds so absurd. Like, what's the point of drinking diet soda if you're going to load it up with cream?
I replayed the part where you tried the cursed combo yesterday and I died. Dark liquid until you're sick probably don't. I mean, carbonation helps me, Erica. I don't know. Your whole family left, so I'm probably alone. Probably the sandwich,
like what do you call a root beer
float. Make a lentil salad. Really good. I have spinach. Do I have any dressing? I don't think I have any dressing. Salad actually sounds really good.
All right, let me check out. Let's go to the part here
Carbonated drinks are good for nausea.
where she talks about her upcoming date.
Man.
I have a timestamp here.
Hey, Invisible. It comes over time, yeah. The more active you are and hang out and stuff, the more likely I am. I'm currently not on a weight loss journey now. Like the more active you are and stuff, the more likely I'll ask, but I go kind of based on vibes, honestly, and like how long people have been around and stuff, just because I do get a lot of like trolls and stuff, so I have to be careful who I'm on. So, yeah. I'm so grumpy, I'm trying to limit my diet soda intake. Someone kill me. Yeah, I feel you on that. Man, I wish I didn't feel so shitty. I'm sorry, guys. Excited for the cheesecake.
Brown sugar and mustard. Crazy.
Soda is really hard to drop. I kind of need the carbonation some days, like today, for example.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put it the wrong time. The 126 is when she talks about her date. Sorry.
If you need more mods, I would like to. Okay, Sans, I'll think about it.
Somebody said here they got addicted to something called gut health cream soda. Speaking of getting addicted, I heard that there's this drink they sell at the gas station called Go Free or Live Free or something, and it's full of a chemical called kratom extract, and that stuff can be very addictive. I've heard. So just be careful. Try to better not to mess with anything like that. I'm hearing all kinds of horror stories on the internet, and I'm sure some of them are probably true. Maybe not all of them, but just sounds like some dangerous stuff.
Addicted to those Simple Truth gut healthy cream sodas.
Welcome in, Rose Thor. Good to see you.
And they came out saying they weren't healthy at all, so I quit them. Oh Lord. Are you get ready for your date? Probably not, because he's gonna be picking me up like it's like a day date. It's gonna be much earlier in the day because he's not local. He's in the state, but he's not local.
Oh, she's talking about her date here. And if any of my mods would like to throw up Rose Thorn's link, she's got a great channel, covers a lot of fun girl world topics, and also does tarot readings. If anybody that sounds interesting to anybody. Oh, one of their mods said that's a sandwich with the brown sugar and mustard. They were either very poor or maybe mentally ill, because I can't understand any other thing. I've heard that the leaf is some people have said good things, some people have said bad things, but the extract I've heard nothing but bad. So we're gonna take a stance against in the Dr. Phil channel. The official stance here is against most drugs. I'll say it like that.
So he's going to be coming into... He's going to be picking me up. They weren't healthy at all, so I quit them. Oh,
so here she's going to talk about her upcoming date. Let's hear about this. Oh, let me put the speed back on normal.
Lord. Are you get ready for your date? Probably not, because he's going to be picking me up like... It's like a day date. It's going to be much earlier in the day, because he's not local. He's in the state, but he's not local. So he's going to be coming into town the night before because he's got friends in the area. So he's going to be doing that. And then like the next day we're going to hang out. And then he's going to go back home the same day. So this is just like a way of low pressure to meet and stuff. Oh, Lord. COVID's making the rounds. Well, I haven't left the house in a minute. So unless my brother gave it to me, I don't know how I got it. And he's been fine.
So she said she's going on a date in a few days with a new guy. The first guy she talked about, she was head over heels for him, but apparently it didn't really work out. And I feel bad for Rosie on that one because that guy seemed like she really liked him. So it's unfortunate that didn't work out. Then there was that girl she was talking to, and apparently that or woman, I guess, I don't know how old she was, female, we'll say, the female she was talking to, who we don't know the full story, but apparently she tried to record a phone call with Rosie. And when Rosie heard that, she immediately cut her off, said, I don't want to do anything with her. That story sounds a little bit questionable if it even happened. And then, of course, there is Amber's woman, Emily. Tommy is her name, I think. Goes by Tommy. She is the ultimate feeder. She loves that stuff. She is obsessed with it. She really is into that on a true, like, deranged level. Like, she's not just... Like she's really seems very sick in the head when it comes to that stuff. And I'll say it. I don't like to be critical of people for no reason, but that's a reason. That feeder stuff is deadly, and Tommy is too into it. She had a girlfriend, her first girlfriend, not first, but a girlfriend of hers in the past died from obesity-related issues. Now, when Amber and her were together, Amber put on like 60, 70 pounds or something. That's what I heard, at least. And this Emily, how does it relate to Rosee? She was posting Rosie's adult pictures. Rosee used to do adult content, porn content. And this woman was putting up stills from the porn videos on her Tumblr or on her Twitter, on her social media, and trying to, I guess, flirt with Rosee in a very obscene way. So this is just, and I know some of you in chat are probably thinking, it's not fair. How come Rosee gets all this attention? Rosee gets the worst kind of attention. If anybody thinks that Rosee gets a lot of it, just keep that in mind. Rosee gets the worst kind of attention. So you don't want that kind of attention. And not that I'm saying anybody here has said they do, but if anybody's even thinking of that, just remember that.
Everything causes cancer nowadays. It's sad, truly. No, this is a different man. I haven't met him yet, and we just started talking.
Her brother does seem to be of a healthy weight. She doesn't really show him, but like I think I've like kind of like seen him in the background once or twice, and he seems to be pretty average size.
How did the cheesecake topping come out? I was sick. It came out good. It tastes good. However,
she may
let's
have.
talk about the cheesecake topping.
I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I don't know what I did differently this time.
She's sick.
Because this was, I honestly think the only difference to ones that I've made in the past.
For the most part, she is. I'd say that Tommy is not like she's a little more feminine than Amber's typical girlfriend, but she still is kind of masculine. Like she's got like a masculine energy, even if she doesn't have like a super masculine look.
Past is this round I added water, and I don't know if that's what's caused this. And I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. Looks good, right?
A little overweight? Okay.
I made Jell-O.
Jell-O is actually a healthy dessert. Jell-O is a good one. I actually have some Jell-O. I should make that. Jell-O is good stuff. I like to make it with a little bit less water. The Jiggler recipe, I think it's called, on the box, where you make it with less water, so it's a little thicker. So it's almost like a little bit like a gummy. That's what I really like that. I especially like orange Jell-O. That's my favorite flavor. I've never really done like the bits of fruit in there, but that's a good idea though. Putting some strawberries in the. I don't like it when you mix the types though. I like to have one kind of fruit with one kind of Jell-O. Like I like orange Jell-O with mandarin oranges, or strawberry Jell-O with bits of strawberries in. You know what I mean? I don't like to mix it up. Like I don't like orange Jell-O with cherries. That to me is nasty. Although maybe some combinations might work. I shouldn't say I don't like any of them, but in general, I like to keep it simple. Segregate the fruit.
Which you might be thinking, Rosie, you put a whole pack of Jell-O in the mixture. And yes, I did. That was also probably my demise. Smells great though.
OMG. Vegas. Rosee said she's going to Vegas to, quote, work. That is, and that is something that's a big question I have. One of Rosee's mods and chatters a few times have come in here. Well, I shouldn't say a few times, but at least one time they've come in here. And one of them I spoke to, and she said she didn't have any additional information to provide. So, I mean, who knows, maybe she just was choosing not to share it, but it sounded like she was sincere. And it sounds like nobody really knows exactly what Rosee is going there to do. Sounds like it's just not known. She hasn't shared it. But I don't see what else she could possibly be doing other than some kind of sex work. What else could she be doing there? Like I said, unless she's going to be a counterweight in a crane or ballast on a boat, a ship, what else could she possibly do? So I think that's important. I think that's a good question. What is she going there to Vegas for? And if Amber's also going to Vegas, that's a very odd coincidence.
And that's what I'm planning to do is like to warm it back up and then like.
Wow. I mean, I think Rose Thorn, I probably shouldn't read that aloud just because YouTube's weird, but I think you make a very good point. I'll just say, you make a good point there. And I think Emily's a sick woman. So I don't know as much about her as maybe you do, but the little bit I do know about her, she seems pretty sick in the head. And she looks like on the surface, she looks, kind of normal. She looks like a nice, she doesn't look like weird or evil. But she's got something wrong with her. She's got a serious issue of some kind. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, well, it's full of protein though, right? Yes, but anybody's not aware, gelatin comes from old bones of animals. They render it out of the bones from the bone marrow. But gelatin is collagen protein is gelatin. It's basically the same thing. So if anybody enjoys getting collagen protein, it's actually very similar to gelatin. I think maybe it's slightly different, but it's basically the same thing.
Put it on top and then let it set in the fridge.
And then it'll be like that's interesting.
A Jell-O layer of the strawberry topping, which I think could.
No wonder, because it looks really thick. It looks and that's crazy to me because I like to make the Jell-O a little bit thicker, but not like that. That stuff you could probably taste like the sugar granules in there. I bet the sugar's not even fully dissolved.
It'll be good. But I am gonna try it like cold.
And Angel of Glass, don't forget the pornography loophole. If anyone were to hire somebody to perform a sex act and you record them with their knowledge for the purposes of producing a pornographic video, that's legal. If you hire them to perform a sex act on you and you don't record it, you don't do it for a video, now you committed a crime. That's pretty messed up when you think about how that law works in a way. But that's what I'm saying. I think if she's going there to record porn, that would be a way for her to, she doesn't have to be in one of those ranches because those ranches are very heavily regulated. They make you do all these they make you do like drug tests and they make you do STD tests and they make you do and you're not allowed to, you have to stay on the premises the entire time so that they can guarantee that you have not had unprotected intercourse to anybody so that they don't have to, because if you leave, they make you take another STD test when you come back and they quarantine you for it's very strictly regulated. So I would imagine that if she's going there, it's probably to record some videos because that's not so strict.
That is really good. It is so sweet.
That's a possibility too.
It didn't taste that sweet when it was.
I love it. And to blow dry, their bottom. Oh my God. Right? She wasn't, or at least somebody, she hired her to set the washcloth on the corner of the sink. She's a washcloth cleaner. There you go. Or maybe she could be like a mascot, like for a minor league sports team. Maybe she could be Grimace. Somebody could paint her purple, and she could be Grimace at a McDonald's grand opening. There you go.
That's really sweet. That's a little too sweet.
But too much sugar
in there. That's coming from me.
Oh, maybe she's gonna be a performer. They're gonna have like a convention for like fetishists, like a theater convention, and she's gonna be like a guest of honor there. Like she'll be the master of ceremonies at the theater convention. She'll have like a motorized wheelchair and a big like megaphone. Oh, they're gonna get in trouble if they let Rosie in. Oh, I forgot about
Honestly,
that.
I don't think it needs more lemon.
Yes, Emily is in healthcare. I think is she a nurse or is she a health at-home health aide? I don't remember which, but I do know that she's involved in healthcare.
I know, and that was an accident, Zans. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm thinking I might want to. Should I just?
Well, they sure are. I mean, if only they'd be a little bit softer if you got kicked with one.
Like add this to more cooked strawberries, like literally nothing else. You're glitching and I'm dying at the face you're making.
And my apologies if I missed anybody coming in, but I got to skip ahead on the chat just a little bit. And anybody, if you're enjoying the show, please leave a like and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. Or you could share a link to this stream, which would help even more. And anybody, if you're watching the replay, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Rosie's sugary jello, her upcoming date, or her work, air quotes, in Vegas. Although if she gets paid, I guess it's work, right? No quotes needed.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, okay, remember the cheesecake won't be that sweet. That's true. So this will be the, okay. That's true.
Oh, interesting, Tella.
Okay. That's really, really, really sweet.
Cirque du Soleil. Love
sweet,
it.
Mixture sweet. There's only a cup of sugar in the whole thing, which is a decent amount of sugar. But, like, if I remember correctly, cake normally has even more sugar than that. But
it's too sweet for her, yeah, right.
Good if you have some.
I'm just gonna leave half of it. I'm just gonna leave half. All right, let me skip forward a little bit. At 142, there is, or excuse me, at 136, there's a Q&A where chat starts asking her embarrassing questions, and that's gonna be the funniest part of this video, I think. This goes on for like 20 minutes. Oh, and there's a glitter and lasers video, which I wanted to use, but it just isn't that good. It started out so hilarious. It's a video with her giving advice on how to pick out a swimsuit. And it starts off so funny where she's like, oh, well, you know, a lot of people will give you advice on how to, you know, hide your problem areas or how to, you know, conform to beauty standards. And I think that's terrible. So I'm going to tell you how I pick out a swimsuit. And I was thinking to myself, this is going to be hilarious. She's going to give such horrible advice. But then she just proceeds to like read off of a script that was clearly like something from a magazine. Like she just gave the most generic advice. It wasn't even bad advice, but it had nothing to do with what she said. It was a total ripoff. She started off by saying how she was against all these traditional things, and then she proceeds to give the most traditional advice you could imagine. It was incredibly disappointing video. But yeah, I preview a lot of videos, and that one just did not make the cut.
Would you like to play Would You Rather? Sure. Yeah, actually. Let's play Would You Rather. Sure. You could have Levi pick up a can of strawberry pie filling at the store for backup. He's already come home.
No, that sounds
Carmela,
delicious.
And, no. That's honestly not much sweeter than a pre-bought can of pie filling.
Rosie doesn't have bad hair, but she doesn't like ever wash it. Like she like lets it get so darn greasy.
It's sweet. It's definitely a little sweeter.
Yes,
but,
Capricorn.
It's not like a whole hell of a lot sweeter. That dang phone autocorrect, yeah.
I don't like cream cheese, but I will admit that I have eaten cream cheesecake before, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't like to eat it because it's so darn fattening. So I don't like cream cheese in general, so it's easy for me not to eat it. But if you give me a piece of cheesecake that's really good, that's like made with chocolate and stuff, I'm definitely gonna eat it. But that's the thing. I just try to avoid it. I tell myself I don't like it. Like that's part of what I do to avoid eating fast food and things. Like I just keep reinforcing in my mind how much I don't like it, how disgusting it is. That's what I tell myself, and that helps me to not want to eat it. I think that's actually a good thing to do. And some people would say, oh, that's disordered thinking. But I think it's a lot more disordered to eat large amounts of unhealthy food. And if thinking about the food as being junk and garbage helps you to eat healthier, then I think that's a good thing. So that's my little tip that I use to avoid eating like fast food, McDonald's, for example. I just think to myself, that stuff's awful. Why would I even want that? Every time I get it, I don't even like it.
But yeah, if any of you want to give me any Would You Rather, sure, let's do it. Homemade is always better, yeah.
I do like some fast food, but most of it I don't like.
Hi, Molly.
I'm gonna speed her up just a little bit too.
If your toilet was sentient, would you rather it hate or love when you poop? Apothecary?
I could do the higher quality.
What the, and I cannot stress enough, the fuck.
Wonderful. I put up the higher quality so I can get a little better quality audio. Because when you use the higher quality, you get that.
I think that was what the fuck, but you get the point. I think hate. Well, I guess it depends on. First of all, can it talk? If it's sentient, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. Mom, where are you?
That hat? I'm not even sure what it says.
Would you rather go to Paris or Rome?
Good question.
Rome. Would you rather jump into a pool of Jello or a pool of milk? Jello. Would you rather have really
pool of milk or pool? What are these? Some of these questions get funnier later. I went ahead and some of them are pretty good. Most of them are pretty lame, but some of them get pretty good.
One really close friend, or a lot of friends, one close friend. Would you rather live on an island by yourself or in a city never alone? Assuming the island had all the resources I needed, the island.
So would Rosie want to live on an island or a city by herself? So in other words, Rosie likes to be by herself. She says she has agoraphobia, which I don't think she really has. But I do think that she doesn't like to go out. So it makes sense that she would like to have an isolated island. I've always kind of wanted to have my own island, but I never wanted to like live there, full time. Like I've always wanted to have my own little island just to like to go visit. I mean, I guess just like having an island resort doesn't have to be my own island, but I've always liked the idea of it, like having like a little mountaintop retreat or something. I've always thought that would be cool, like a little cabin out in the wilderness or a little place out on the beach. I mean, I don't really travel much, but if I did, I think that would be fun.
But if not, the city.
Welcome
okay.
in, Andrea.
Would you rather be overdressed all the time or
you're having a great day? It's a
I was
holiday
rather
over here in the
underdressed because then I'd be
States.
comfortable. I would rather it hate it so I could do okay. And of course can talk. Yikes. Would you rather hire more? I don't know what any of that means.
Good point, Blue Hoodie.
Love me. I'd make sure oh my god. Chart Lord.
Would you rather have one arm or one leg? Well, Rosie doesn't use any of her legs as is, so she really doesn't need so she'd be fine with losing a leg. I mean, she's probably going to lose a leg anyway, to be fair, right? Would you rather be a rat or a sheep? That's easy. A sheep, it's bigger. We know what Rosie would choose, right? Would you rather hire more Gamorrean guards or be gifted a second rancor? They're asking they're saying she's Jabba the Hutt. Nobody there caught on to that. Anybody here who's not a Star Wars nerd, you might miss that. But yes, second Rancor monster. Remember that was Jabba's pet? And the Gamorrean guards, those are the pig-faced guards. Nair 896, you are a hero. You are a true hero. Overdressed all the time or underdressed? Well, we already know which it is. I mean, Christ, Pam, didn't mean to say that, but you know what I mean.
Username of this combination of topic is scaring me. Eating a fig Newton, wishing it was cheesecake. Would you rather have a button to go to the past or a button to go to the future? Oh! Can I change anything? Like, am I just viewing it? Because if I'm just viewing it, probably the future. But if I can change things, probably the past. I'm making a strawberry cheesecake. Would you rather drink a dirty soda from your chef's hat or not wash your hands?
I am a Virgo. My birthday is actually coming up in not too far from here. My birthday's coming up pretty soon. This month.
For an entire 24 hours. I would rather not wash my hands for 24 hours. I don't want to ruin my chef's hat. Would you rather go to Hawaii or Greece?
Yeah, the
Greece.
Swedish chef was funny.
Would you rather lose your...
actually know a lot of Swedish people now because there's a lot of like Swedish video gamers, a lot of Scandinavian video gamers, Swedish, Finnish. And I go on, sometimes I go on video game streams on Twitch and I'll talk to a lot of them. And it's funny because they all speak such perfect English with no accent. They're nothing like the Swedish chef. Like maybe like one or two of them might have a little bit of an accent, but like none of them sound like that.
Your eyesight or your hearing? Hearing?
Yeah, well, I am.
Would you grow another arm?
You too, Middle?
Would you rather grow another arm when you lied or could never lie again?
That was the question about would she rather drink it from her hat or not wash your hands for an entire 24 hours? Oh my God. Would you rather go to Hawaii or Greece? Which one did you say for that? Would you rather lose your eyesight or your hearing?
Or lie again. Would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories? My memories are already mostly gone.
Oh, this is great. This part here where she says, oh, she has no memories because of her amnesia from her car accident.
Probably never lie again.
Well, what's that?
Would you grow another arm? Would you rather grow another arm when you lied or could never lie again? Probably never lie again.
You're right. The extra arms, she could totally use those. And I'm actually thinking of doing like a little bit of a birthday celebration type stream in a couple weeks. Just something where like I'm going to talk about the history of the channel and just, you know, how I got started doing the streaming and all that. Just kind of make it like like do a retrospective on the channel kind of thing and talk about some of my first episodes and just that kind of thing. I think that might be fun. Oh, here's two, JB. But you know what? I guess anybody who wants to celebrate their birthday can join in. Makes sense. Middle of nowhere. I feel like there's more people born in September on average. I bet if we could look up a chart, I bet there'd be I would shouldn't say I bet, but I would imagine there's probably a slightly higher number of births in September on average. It just feels like that would make sense to me because I feel like it seems there's more people. But I could be totally wrong. It could just be confirmation bias.
Would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
Oh, that might be fun.
My memories are already mostly gone.
Maybe not my first one, but like one of my old ones. Like, or maybe I could rewatch some of the old ones I did with Skinny Queen. Like some of my old guest appearances. Because Skinny Queen has some of my very first guest appearances before I even had my show. I can look up some of those. That might be fun.
Oh, that's a hard one.
What was her
My
question?
memories are already mostly gone. Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you rather your butt have taste buds or your feet have?
That's my thinking. I think that human beings, it depends on like what climate you're from. But if you think about it, if somebody's somebody is from a climate or they're called their ethnically they're from a climate where they have very strong seasons, it makes sense that people would try to time their births, try to time the pregnancies in winter so that they would, or not in winter, but they would try to time their pregnancies so they would have their children just before winter, so they would have the best chance so that after winter they would have a full season of time to grow and get strong and eat and all that. So it's just a theory I've always kind of had. And whereas if you're in an environment where there's the weather's the same all year round, it would make sense to have, you know, you can have your kids whenever. But I always kind of thought that like some people like made sense, like if you were like a farmer to like plan your kids around the harvest.
Taste buds. I don't know which one's worse.
That too, Detective Goat
Probably my feet, because then I could like wrap something within my socks to like make it more palatable. Like,
oh my God, she's disgusting. She said she would like to have, what was the question? Taste buds in her feet?
I don't know which one's worse. Buds. Oh, that's a hard one. Would you rather your butt have taste buds or your feet have taste buds?
Oh, what a horrible question that is. What a disgusting freaking question that is. Would you rather your butt have taste buds or your feet? Ugh. Oh my God. That would be like living in hell. That sounds like a punishment from the devil.
Probably my feet, because then I could like wrap something within my socks to like make it more palatable. And like do it that way, but
welcome
like
in, Kazia.
Butt, that's crazy. Would you rather a holiday on an Australian beach or an Australian rainforest? Probably.
I would absolutely. That's a good question, by the way. Right? What about you folks? Would you prefer the beach or the rainforest if you were gonna like do a vacation or a holiday, as some would say? I guess specifically Australian, if you had to choose. That's the question here: Australian beach or Australian rainforest. I would have to choose the beach. I mean, the beach has, there's sharks and jellyfish, but you could also go surfing, and there's there's beach girls. The beach is cool. There's alcohol. The rainforest, it's full of like deadly stinging insects and like trees with spines and poisonous sap.
Beach. I would rather eat a rat or sheep. It's not ready. Not cake farts would go crazy. That's fucking out of pocket. Would you rather be physically gorgeous or be psychic?
Okay, does that make sense?
Why can't you be both?
I'm not an expert on that kind of thing, to be fair. I'm just kind of pulling the stats out of my rear end. It's a good thing I don't have taste buds down there.
Some of these questions are unhinged. They really are. I stumbled across the channel, to subscribe, went through some of your videos while I waited for the 20 minutes to be up. LOL, very excited to be here. Well, hello, Silent Star.
Beach, everybody's about the beach.
There was a question that
Capricorn, thank you so much. Big $10 super chat out of Capricorn NJ. My mom told me she timed her pregnancies because she didn't want to be pregnant in the heat and humidity of summer. Ooh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Well, sounds like mom was a lady with a plan. Thank you again, Capricorn. Very much appreciated. Well, Andrea doesn't. I hope. Andrea, do you want to kill us too? The koalas
the
don't.
Memories. Oh my god.
The wombats don't.
That one I really don't know.
Welcome in, Shelly. You're just in time. We're having a big stream today, Labor Day. Got know a lot of folks. We got the day off today, so just having some fun, doing a little stream in here. Rosie's answering some questions, not so much a truth or dare, but kind of silly questions like that, like yes or no. Would you want to go to the beach or the rainforest kind of thing? Which question? There were a bunch of questions. The last one was Australian beach or Australian rainforest. The sick one was the one, the nasty question was, do you want taste buds on your butt or on your feet? That was awful. That was like going to hell. The question about Australia. I don't remember now. Oh, that was the question. You're not going to try to kill us, right? Nutty said everything in Australia wants to kill us. And I said, not Andrea, I hope.
Most of the memories that I have are not like actual memories. They're just like things about myself that I've like memorized. Like I have some memories, but they're very random and few and far between. Anyway, so I can't really sit there and like reminisce. It sucks.
Rosie cannot sit there and reminisce. She's lost the ability to enjoy her memory. She is a tragic figure. She has just completely lost the ability to enjoy her memories. Is that even possible? Like, to lose the ability to reminisce?
It has a lot to do with the concussions that I had in my 20s.
Because she had concussions in her 20s, now she can no longer remember? Like, that sounds like something out of a TV show.
Plus the trauma of it all. But I would just hate to lose my sight. I don't know how I would function. I know.
Well, Rosie, you don't need to be able to see what, to eat. Like, you could just smell it and taste it, right? Like, some people eat with their eyes, but I don't think Rosie does. If she did, she wouldn't be eating half the crap she has.
Figure it out, but I'm torn on that one. Would you rather be stuck with one person who live forever or alone forever? Probably alone forever. Sorry, that one was hard. No.
With one person forever or alone forever? Well, I guess it depends on the one person, right? If it was the right one person, if it was somebody who I really got along with, a female who I just really, everything in common, maybe. I think that'd be better than being alone forever.
Oh, you're fine. Would you rather go see the gum wall or would you rather go see the tilting tower? I don't know what the tilting tower.
What'd you say, the gum wall or the tilting tower? Where was that one? I don't see that one. Gum wall versus tilting tower. I don't even know what that is.
Tower is, but I'd probably pick the tilting tower. Cause can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Apparently Rosie got disconnected for just a moment.
Okay, can you guys see me? Camera sick. 16 minutes left. Eyelashes instead of fingernails and toenails terrifies me, and I
think she does some more questions here as well.
Cheesecake, maybe. I only get on here to watch your lives. I tried to refresh, and it sent me to this elderly.
Would you rather gain 100 pounds of fat or lose 15 inches of height? These are like the worst questions ever. Like these are all bad. It's like saying, would you rather get shot in the chest or stabbed in the neck? You know, like, what do you...
Ladies live, who was eating an entire pan of flour. It was covered in it. I was like, where's Rosie? Oh my God. Would you rather gain 100 pounds of fat or lose 15 inches of height? Both are horrible for me. I hate that question. I don't want to answer it. Would you rather cry Pepsi or pee flour?
You're welcome in again. I think I saw you earlier. But welcome in.
Not the flower lady is a thing. That's crazy. New sub, by the way. Hello, Amanda. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
I think we got a couple others.
Some of y'all are crazy with these would you rathers, BT dubs. I can never think of good would you rathers on the spot.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm complaining a lot today. I'm sorry.
Well, welcome in, Leia Designer.
I need to try to stop.
No, thank you for the lurk. Very much appreciated. And lurkers are always appreciated here. Any other lurkers in the hanging out, thank you very much. We're very glad to have you.
Y'all saw it too. What in the world? I was like, man,
well
this is how you want to be found when Jesus comes back. Oh my God. I saw a lady eating cornstarch with bar soap in it. That's horrific. Would you rather eat a snake alive or eat a massive spider alive? I'd rather die. Would you rather drink only water or soda for the rest of your life? Water.
A snake, eat a snake or a spider. That's easy. I'd eat a snake. Like, I mean, like I've eaten alligator before. It was actually kind of good. So a snake's probably not too bad. I'm not into eating bugs. I mean, I've heard that some of them are okay. Like I've heard some of them taste kind of like shrimp, but just the thought of eating a bug, it just looks so disgusting to me. Like, I don't care how good it tastes. And allegedly they're not that good, right?
Would you rather be invisible or be kicked by a donkey for 578 days? Invisible. Because then I could do some cool shit. In Would You Rathers, there's always the third option. And that's the sweet kiss of death. Would you rather be able to fly or breathe underwater? Ooh. Probably fly, because I don't enjoy the sensation of water in my ears and like.
I would hate the thought of Rosie being able to fly. Could you imagine like how scared you would be if she was like overhead? I mean, you've seen pigeons crap on something. I mean, imagine how bad if Rosie could fly.
Nostrils and no, thank you.
Look out below. God, she's got huge. She was already huge, but she's got so much darn bigger. Like there's like no more room for her body to grow. Like her body can't grow out. Like I don't see how she can grow anymore. Like there's just no more space. What does it even say, that hat?
Thank you, cat lover.
They probably are Amberlynn fans. Just trying to give her a hard time.
Horizontal, vertical, or diagonal?
Live
in what
snake?
context?
Oh,
would you rather be a mermaid?
Live snake or live bug? I don't want to eat either. These are awful.
Or a fairy? A fairy. Breathe underwater, definitely. Oh, okay. I'd rather be stuck with your.
No, I don't want to eat a live snake.
Would you rather pool party with your fans or walk on fire? Pool party. Lose your sense of smell or sense of taste?
Oh, that's a tough one. Like, I feel like Amber's would probably be like the safest, like the least bacteria, but Rosie's would probably be the tastiest because she seems to have the most experience cooking. Foodie's would just be the worst of both. Foodie's would be the nastiest and like the worst tasting. So that's my pick on that.
I would save so much on gas if I could fly, right? Why are you skipping me? I didn't see what you said. Would you rather sweat all day, every day, or get the hiccups every time you laughed?
Well, she already sweats all day, every day.
Hiccups.
But Rosie, you already have the other.
I hate being sweaty.
But you already.
Would you rather
Lose your sight or lose your hearing? If I was around Rosie, I would rather lose my sight.
lose your sight or lose your hearing? Someone already asked me that, and I said hearing. It smells really good in here, by the way. I really want to open the oven.
If I was around Salah all day, I would rather lose my hearing.
I'm not going to, but I want to.
Crazy Frog. Nope, losing my hearing.
Okay. I hate hiccups too, but sweating is worse. Makes you look grossy, you know?
Oh, this is a great one. Would you rather lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained this year? Well, I mean, Rosie's memories that she's gained have just been like... I want to see how she answers that.
Would you rather lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained this year? Money.
I don't believe that, Rosie. Why don't I believe you? Why don't I believe her?
We asked that question if it smells good or not, and now I have the answer. Oh, okay, yeah, it smells good. It took it a little bit of time of cooking to really permeate the smell. This was what I was going to say.
Okay.
Would you rather be stuck with your enemy in a cage or be ran over by a raging bull? Enemy in a cage, because I could come out. I could come out alive.
This segment's only like another 5 minutes or so, and then we're gonna go to the glitter video to close it out.
I'm not seeing your question, Aubrey. Maybe there's a blocked word in it. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Tracy.
Yeah, it smells really good in here.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize you were making something serious there. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Tracy.
Or be able to forget anything you wanted
She's been having a little bit of a tough time, it sounds like.
I kind of already can forget anything that I want to. Oh, I guess it's not about want. It just happens. Honestly, I'd rather have a perfect memory because then I could get my memories back. Yeah, it's almost done.
Welcome in, Fresh Flowers.
Would you rather never poop or never
I can
die?
totally believe that. Foodie's food looks nasty. She does look like a bit like a prison cook. Like she looks like the black and white stripes. She could totally be like an actual like prisoner who's a cook. Yeah, I can see that.
Would you rather drink a Parmesan soda or orange juice mixed with milk? Probably an orange juice mixed with milk because Parmesan soda makes me nauseous. And that might taste more like a creamsicle. Some of these questions are unhinged. Would you rather have to have a random dance party every hour on the hour or burst out in song at the most unwarranted times? I can't dance, so probably the song one.
She can't dance? Rosie can't dance?
And also...
Well, neither can Glitter and Lasers. That doesn't stop her.
The on the hour, every hour means you like can't sleep. Would you rather get stuck in the ocean as a mermaid or get lost on an island? A mermaid. Would you rather have $1 million at once or a dream job?
I'm gonna pull up the Glitter and Lasers in the background. We're gonna go to that.
$1 million, because then you could turn that into investment income. Would you rather be a professional dancer or singer? Singer. Me either, girl. Me either. Yeah. Poop Legos or pee sand poop Legos. Wait. Yeah, no, I stand by that. There's a lot of poop and pee would you rathers, and I have questions. 1, why? 2, huh? 3, again, why? I'm back. What did I miss, y'all? Some poop wild would you rathers. We're playing would you rather because the cheesecake's done in 8 minutes.
All right. Let's get.
And I'm doing my best to not.
So I think she's basically done with the questions at this point. Let's see if I have any other timestamps here. 1:55 is my last timestamp. So let's see what happens at 1:55.
No, when it snowed in Florida a few months ago. No, I'm coastal and no. The brown eyes are so cute. Thank you. We're at 6 minutes, folks. Let's play truth or dare. We can play truth or truth. I don't do dares. I'm a party pooper when it comes to that. I don't do dares. Neither, Arwen. I would like to not know when or how I would pass. I'm good on that.
I know how you're gonna pass, Rosie. It's gonna be from a heart attack or diabetes, maybe. I mean, we all die. You're gonna pass.
Because then I'd have horrible death anxiety the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm good. Rosie already ate a mustard and sugar sandwich. The worst dare has been fulfilled, honest to God. Would you rather be consistently itchy or constantly...
I'm a pretty good distance from Rosie, like hours and hours and hours. Like Florida's a very big state.
Sneeze. Can I choose the sweet kiss of death on that one too? That both sounds awful. Probably the itchy one, but that would drive me insane.
Well, some people, it's tough for some people to dance, to be fair. I'm not a good dancer either. I can admit that.
The kind of work I do, I'd be okay with to never speak.
I agree, Jamie. These questions are pretty dumb. I think we're just going to move on.
Would you rather have your house flood or burn down? Good God. Probably flood.
So we're going to move on to the next girl of the night. We've gotten our fill of Rosie. And just so for the record, that entire video, 2 hours long, in addition to the truth or dare, the rest of the video was just entirely spent cooking and eating. I just can't watch much of that. I had enough of watching her cook and eat. So let's start off with a quick look at Glitter and Lasers doing her workout. Let me put this on real quick. So she's doing this log press, which looks like a lot of weight for her. But I think it's too much weight for her, in my opinion. I don't think she looks like she's doing this safely. Like, look at this. Look how she's got one leg, like she's leaning totally off to the side. She's got one leg kind of tripping over the other one almost. I feel like I'm not an expert on the farmer's walk, so maybe you're supposed to lean off to the side a little bit, but I don't think you're supposed to be almost tripping on your feet like that. And this squat she's doing, this is totally an unsafe lift for her. Why is Glitter and Lasers doing single leg squats? Or what do they call these? Split squats? This is absurd. There's no reason why she should be doing that. She could barely do a regular squat safely. This makes no sense. And she didn't show us the full lift on that one. So I just feel like she's setting herself up to get hurt. I think it's great that she's lifting weights, but I think she's going to seriously injure herself because she seems to be more concerned with lifting weight than she does with actually getting stronger and losing a little bit of weight and getting healthier, really. So let's go back to what Glitter and Lasers exercise was like before the Strong Woman arc. This was years ago. This is classic Glitter.
Just checking in for the first time, the Soul Shield Challenge is really a challenge between me and my friend, Tattoo Yogi Mama, to basically encourage individuals to do things that's going to make their life happier and make them feel more content with living. So today's theme or value, as we call it, is movement. Now, we're very specific about choosing the word movement because other words can tend to have a negative or pressured feeling.
Other words, if you say things like exercise, it's going to make people feel embarrassed and nervous.
Like the word exercise. While exercising is great, it doesn't capture the emotional depth that the word movement does for me.
Doesn't capture the emotional depth that the word movement does for me. Anna is somebody who never shows us eating on camera, but she serves up a lot of word salad.
When I think of movement, I think of leveraging your body and your existence with emotion.
This is before she got her arm surgery.
Right?
Her arms, though, were never really her problem area. It's always been this torso fat. And she still has all of that, which is the crazy part. She got her arms cut down, but she still has all this side fat.
Also, exercise gets thrown in our face all the time and has such a negative context for so many people. I wanted to choose a word that's neutral.
There's a negative context for so many people. I wanted to choose a word that's neutral. She's so proud of herself for negating for choosing to not use a word that has a really concrete meaning any concrete value.
You hear the word movement and you don't instantly think like you're pressured, like you're not delivering, like you have to go change some major thing in your life to benefit from it. And that's why we chose that word.
But also movement is a nebulous term. Movement could mean basically no meaningful activity. Somebody could just get up and walk to the bathroom and back. And if there's somebody who's bedbound, that's great. But if there's somebody who's otherwise healthy, that's not really much. So I think the term movement's a little overly broad, although I don't think it's a problem to use the term movement. I don't see really, I think the term exercise is not so loaded that it needs to be avoided unless you're dealing with people who are extremely averse to the idea.
Just so you know. And movement's really, really, really important to me. Like,
exactly,
I could probably and may end up in tears from this video, but I think it's really important that I share my personal movement story with you. I've always been heavier.
She does.
My whole life. That's just been the way it is. And my family has been heavier, and I myself have, different challenges that make it more difficult.
She wouldn't be able to do that squat at all without the Smith machine. If she was doing that with a bar, she'd fall over. She would not have been able to do that. And I love the Smith machine. I think it's a great device, but that's not the purpose of it. It's not to let you do exercises that you probably shouldn't be.
For me to be smaller. And I'm okay.
What was that?
My family has been heavier, and I myself have, different challenges that make it more difficult for me to be smaller.
She has different challenges that make it more difficult for her to be smaller. Huh? Be smaller. Yeah, she can't shrink herself. She's not able to make her body shorter. Nobody cares if you're tall, Anna. Stop talking about being smaller. The issue is body fat. The issue is body fat. If you were big and muscular and lean, nobody would think twice to say you were healthy. The issue is that you are exceptionally obese. You're like 70% body fat, and you're in denial. Anna, to this day, claims that there's nothing she can do to lose weight. She claims that she was eating healthy, dieting, and exercising regularly, but the body fat just would not come off. Just would not come off. Didn't matter what she did. And the more she dieted, the more she exercised, the more weight she gained. Her body has an inverse effect. Her body betrayed her.
And I'm okay with that, and I've accepted it. And this video is not an excuse
that's her lie. That's
for who I am. What it is, though, is talking about how movement really brought to life my value and acceptance of my body. Which is funny because exercise and movement are often used to make us feel bad about our body. We don't run fast enough.
Yeah,
everything's around performance. Do better, go fast.
I think it's because she's a little bit tanner on her shoulders, so it makes her face look paler. Because I think that's what it is. She's got more tan on other parts, so it makes some of her look pale.
Faster, try harder, be thinner, be quicker, all of those things get put in our face. If you're not lifting the most or running the fastest, then you're not good enough.
No, this is such straw manning. She's absolutely straw manning this argument here. She's saying that, people say if you're not lifting enough or you're not running fast enough that you're not good enough. BS. BS, Glitter. Nobody does that. In fact, it's the opposite. You know what people say to you, Glitter? They say, good job getting out there. But you don't like that. You don't like that people support you because then you can't be a martyr. Then you can't be this poor victimized fat woman who's just trying to live her life and people won't let her. This is pathetic that she perpetrates this narrative endlessly. This video is 7 years old. She has not changed any part of her story except adding in the lipedema excuse for why she can never lose any weight ever. Lipedema, we looked into it. She probably has, or she definitely looks like has it on her legs. She's got cellulite. She's got all kinds of stubborn fat. But the fact that she refuses to change to a healthy diet or stick with these exercise programs along with a healthy diet means she's not able to get any meaningful results.
But for me, movement has a very different story. 5 years ago this month, I started moving. Prior to that, I was pretty much sedentary. I didn't do anything. I just didn't enjoy moving, or I did sedentary. 5 years ago this month. But for me, movement has a very different story. 5 years ago this month.
5 years ago this month. This video was back when she started her channel, so there's no way to confirm any of this. This is just her word for all of this.
I started moving. Prior to that, I was pretty much sedentary. I didn't do anything.
That's why in her older pictures, she looked so much smaller and so much healthier. I saw a picture of her from her blog from years before this. She looked much smaller and much healthier. But according to her, she didn't get any movement back then.
Just didn't enjoy moving, or I didn't know why I needed to.
She didn't enjoy moving. I thought they called the doors, the church doors, the Anna doors, because she was always running in and out. She was so full of energy as a child, they called the church doors the Anna doors. Remember that anecdote from her book? Now she's saying she didn't even enjoy movement. Which one was it, Anna? Were you an energetic child who they had no explanation for why you were so big? Or were you a lazy bump on the log who didn't want to move? Which one was it?
But I made a decision to start moving. And I started really simple. I would walk, and not very far. The first time I walked was about a mile, and I remember that there was a bridge in the middle of the mile, and it was uphill, and not even that sloped, but at that time,
I heard about that.
Uphill walk up that bridge was so painfully hard. I remember having to stop.
Thank you, Tracy. I remember she had said that she had a history of being athletic. She'd always said that she was athletic and loved sports and everything. And now, well, I didn't like to move. I never saw the point in movement. Wasn't fun to me. Not until 5 years ago.
And asked my friend to wait with me, and they were so kind and did. And I remember just walking that first mile and thinking to myself,
quite so,
how sad it was that I wasn't able to just walk that mile, that it was so hard. And I had a decision I had to make. Was I gonna keep moving, or was I gonna just go back to what I was doing? And I decided very, very fortuitously that I was gonna keep going. So I started walking that same walk home every single day. It started with just a mile. And then
this story sounds great, but is any of it true? Is any of it true? Because we've seen Anna as a pathological liar at this point. She's admitted. Keep in mind, if anybody has any question in their mind if this is true or not, Anna has admitted to readily lying in order to create a story that made her look better because she was trying to, quote, break stereotypes about people who are very obese. Or that's what she said. I don't remember her exact wording, but she said she was trying to counteract stereotypes and popular narratives. So she, in other words, just lied just for the hell of it, just because she could, because nobody was going to hold her accountable.
On the train and go home. And then it became 1.5 miles, and then 2 miles, and then 3 miles. And pretty soon I was walking to and from work every single day from Brooklyn to Midtown, approximately a 3.5 mile distance. So I was walking 7 miles a day.
This is hard to believe, but if it's true, then what happened to you? When did you lose the ability to move? Like, what happened? Like, how did you go from that to where you are now? Or just, getting up and going to get a bagel nearly killed you.
At the end, I started running.
Just climbing up a hill on the beach had you crying. You were crying from climbing up a freaking hill. And now you're telling us you did 7 miles a day? Which one is it? Which version of Anna are we getting today? The superior workout queen, or are we getting the poor victim who can't even lift her hands above her head?
Home, I bought a backpack that I could carry my computer in and just try. And when I started running, I was running a minute. Then I was running 1.5 minutes.
You've never run, Anna. You've never run. Run Lab confirmed that you don't actually know what running is. This is great. She talks about how she ran, and now we have video proof since then that she doesn't actually know what it means to run.
Then it was 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes, and then 3 minutes and a break, and another minute, and slowly but surely over the course of about a year, I got myself up to running my first mile.
Now, here she looks a lot healthier than she does now. I can actually believe this woman over here may have jogged a mile. She didn't run a mile because she doesn't know what running is. But I could believe this woman fast walked, maybe even jogged a mile. It's possible. This woman over here, this woman on the right, she's full of crap. This woman on the left maybe did that.
And I remember sitting there. It was actually in Korea.
It's sad, actually, thinking about that. How this woman here on the left, if she had just kept going, she probably could have been healthy. This woman on the left looks like she has a chance at a normal life. She looks like she could live a long, healthy life if she just maintained her fitness. And then we ended up with this. It's sad. It's sad to think that there was a time when Anna could have been healthy and happy.
At the time, I have a picture of it. And I remember sitting there going and remembering how freaking hard it had been to walk up that bridge.
That is actually that is a poignant remark. It's so sad, but addiction destroys lives. It absolutely does. And I can totally see Anna when she was younger. She was doing well for herself. Maybe she drank too much in the past, but for whatever reason, she started to drink again and it got out of hand. One thing led to another. And then she ended up just like this. She ended up with this life here. She doesn't even realize when it happened. That could absolutely happen. That healthy young woman went to sleep with a bottle of wine and she woke up like this 10 years later.
And how now I was running a mile and it was like a miracle to me, right? And then I stopped and I thought about how I felt, how my life had changed over that year. And so much had changed positively. Not only did I find myself...
It's ironic that Anna had success jogging and running and doing all of this in the past. And since then, she's claimed to have had all the exact same success again. She basically reused this story about running a 5K. Except the second time, she didn't really run it. She just kind of walked it. I'm going to assume the first time she walked it as well. But at least she looks to be in some kind of physical shape in this picture. Regardless of the speed and the time it took her to complete the race, I believe that it's possible she could jog it. She looks to be a lot healthier here on the left.
Moving more. And I began to learn my body, how to support it, how to wear clothing when I was exercising that made me feel better and more able to take on the challenge.
Happy Labor Day.
But on top of that, my social life increased significantly because I was no longer tired
with my friends. See, so this goes to show how having healthy peers can make a big difference. This girl here probably ran with her, and all together they ran and they got each other healthy. I bet this version of Anna was probably a lot more fun. She was probably a lot more humble. She's probably a much nicer person to be around. Maybe she could have even had a boyfriend. Now we've got this ogre who just lives by herself and tears up clothes that she can't fit into.
Wanted to go out. I was no longer worried about whether I would be able to endure everything that my friends were doing. In fact, I was booking fitness classes with my friends.
Like a different person.
And I began to find this true passion and love.
She looks like a different person. She looks so young and just looks so vibrant compared to how she is now. Her skin was so much better. That's why now when I talk about how her skin is bad, I think it's from picking. I don't think it's from acne. Because if it was from acne, it would have been worse when she was younger, wouldn't it?
For what moving my body felt like?
I mean, I know it's possible for adults to get acne, but traditionally, it gets better as you get older, not worse. Although it can possibly
how it improved my happiness and what it did to the world around me. I, to this day, try to do something movement related every day. Sometimes it is the dumbest stuff ever. I am dancing while doing my laundry.
Look at how thin she looks here. Look at how tiny her rear end is compared to now. Like now she needs this woman could actually fit like in a single chair here.
Walking an extra little bit with data just to get out there, but I'm forcing myself.
Now here you can see she's back. Now here, this is a more recent picture. You can see her legs, her calves. This is more like what her body looks like now.
To continually move because I know on those rare days where I can't move, I'm grumpier.
Yeah, this is a more recent picture where her body's starting to end up. This is where she started to gain the weight back already. I guess when she got her dog is when the weight started to come back around that time.
More frustrated, and I'm more disappointed in myself. Those feelings of lack of appreciation for the body I've been given creep in.
The fact that she was able to get into that pose even for a second or two at that weight is pretty impressive.
But when I move, it's like I can feel like I have this amazing control of my life.
There was a time when she had some level of fitness, which goes to show that she really understands how out of shape she is now. And now she's just being dishonest when she claims all these things that she simply can't do. She's living, she sees herself as this person in her mind still. And this is why she says her body betrayed her. Because in her mind, she thinks she's still this person. But her body just doesn't want to do that anymore. Why? Because it's a bad body. Doesn't want to do what it needs, doesn't want to do what it's supposed to. She's unwilling to accept that she's changed her body. This is not her body anymore. This is her now body. And her now body can't do this.
That I'm no longer bound to what I should be able to do. I'm a big girl.
Well, a lot of guys dodged a bullet with that. I'll just say that.
But when I move,
here she's basically as big as she is now almost. Like basically all the weight has come back by this picture.
I don't feel like it. And that doesn't mean I feel thin when I dance or something like that. It means I feel like myself and less a state of what my body is. I'm simply Anna when I move. I'm not fat. I'm not quirky or weird. I'm me.
You're not quirky like Love Rosee?
And for movement to make such a big part of my life, I had to
notice how her old dance video is unedited. That's actually like 15 seconds of dancing. Whereas her new videos, the edits, like every second she edits it. Every second she puts in a cut.
Make sure we included it as part of this challenge. Getting started in moving is hard. And I can tell you that personally. And it can be embarrassing. And it can be frustrating. And you can be...
Yeah, look, she's dancing for like 20 seconds here. Whereas now, like anytime she dances, it's got 20 cuts in a 5-second video.
Really overcome with how little you can do. I'm telling you this, that's how it will be, especially if you're just starting. But I promise...
Yeah, now whenever she does a workout video, it's like 1 second long, 2 seconds long. Here she's showing actual like unedited, well, I mean, it's still clips, but it's a single clip. It's not edited together from a bunch of quarter-second videos.
I promise you, if you get out there, if you make time to move your body, it will get easier and you will begin to realize how magical your body is. Today, I am who I am because I move.
She's just rambling. She's making no sense.
Because I refuse to stand still. Because I refuse to listen to...
If this video wasn't 8 years old, I would say it was written by AI. Because it sounds like just rambling nonsense. This is total PR advertiser speak.
All the things that people put on me because I move. Because
what is that? I am what? I am woman, hear me roar? What was that?
I am who I am because I move.
I am who I am because I move. This is the most vapid nonsense I think I've ever heard her spout.
Because I refuse to stand still. Because I refuse to listen to all the things that people put on me. Because I move.
Because I move. You're so amazing. You're so brave.
Because every time someone says I can't, I know I can. And that's come from movement. I want to share just a couple videos of me moving along with this video because I think it's important.
You know what she sounds like? She sounds like a professor gave her an assignment and said, Glitter, I want you to write a 10-page essay using the word movement at least 20 times. It has to be about movement. Go. I need it by tomorrow. That's what this sounds like. An essay that the requirement was to use a single word like 30 times.
To see somebody active, to see somebody physical at my size, to see somebody living life loud and real and out there, and to be an inspiration that you can do it too, regardless of your size, your weight, or the restrictions.
She's a protest movement because she doesn't work.
Put on your body. Some of us are sick. Some of us have challenges. Some of us have pieces of our bodies that don't function the way everyone else's does. But you can find a way to move. And maybe your movement is less intense than someone else's. And that's totally okay.
That's totally okay if your movement's less. I love who's saying it's not okay. She creates these boogeymen these straw man arguments of people who are like, if you don't run at least 3 miles, it doesn't matter. If you don't lift at least 200 pounds, it's worthless. If you don't spend at least 3 days a week in the gym, you're wasting your time. Who is saying this, Glitter? Is anybody saying this except for you? Because you've created this absurd scenario which doesn't exist.
Because it's not about how much, how fast, how heavy a weight you're lifting. It's about discovering your body and what it's capable of. So for today's challenge, I challenge you to find a way to move. To bring movement into your daily life, to incorporate it into an activity you already do, or to set aside.
The only movement I feel like doing is throwing a tomato with this lady and turning off the video.
A special space of time that will be just for
clicking the like button, dislike button. That's the movement I'm gonna do. Here, Glitter, here's my movement for the day. I already did it. Here, again.
However it works with your schedule, your life, your responsibilities, find a way to move. And I promise you, you will be happier and you will love yourself more as a result.
The irony that she spent like years without doing, just basically laying in bed all day, every day, doing nothing every day.
So have an amazing day, guys. Get out there, get moving, change your life, change your perspective, reframe the game. I love you all so much. I'll check you guys later. As I always say, peace.
What an awful woman. What a horrendous woman. Okay, everyone. I think we're going to close it down with this. I see that Foodie's actually live now, but I don't feel like covering anymore. I'm a little streamed out. So let me put on the music. And I'm going to put on the share tab. I'm going to start saying good night or good day to everybody because it's daytime. Agreed, that one chick. Thank you, Ray. I hope you had fun, Tracy. You moving that spoon. Enjoy it. Thank you again, Nutty, for your membership and your modship as always. Very much appreciated. Thank you for coming in, BJ Puck. Thank you, Cinnamon Girl. Fresh Flowers, thank you for coming in. Happy Labor Day to everyone. Jarella, hope you're having a wonderful day as well. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a wonderful holiday. Have a great time. Have a better day than Foodie. Yes, great Labor Day, and just have a great day in general. Great week. I might end up taking Wednesday off this week, to be fair, because I did 2 other streams already this week. But we'll see. We'll see. I might have. Hopefully, I'll have the energy for one this week as well. All right, everybody. See you soon. Or see you next Wednesday at the latest. But hopefully, see you this Wednesday.